Deuteronomy 28, the top of
All right, we live.
live.
Give
us a second so I can. We might as well start.
Live?
Yes, sir.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, all honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors be to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elders and occupants of GMS and men that are like them, that is pushing the word with truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Now, with a very few brothers here at GMS Columbus, Ohio, all right, the only ones, so to speak, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. We come in week and week out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of what you know about as America, but we know biblically is Babylon the Great. You got a lot of names that's associated with America, and we're in the end times. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we are definitely in the end times of prophecies. All right, now through the Spirit, we're gonna get into the curses. All right, because it's been I've been kind of meditating on who are the real Israelites. All right, now we know through prophecy that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans chiefly make up the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, and you ones that look like so-called white people, the red, the pink-looking people, the Elamites, the Ishmaelites, the Hamites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, you so-called Africans, you so-called East Indians, you so-called you sand niggas. All right, now I ain't gonna go too far with that. You chink-eyed Moabites and Ammonites. Yeah, the chinks. Yeah, you guys predominantly don't make up the 12 tribes, but you know through prophecy that we were scattered amongst each other. So we're gonna start with if any brothers got precepts, we're just gonna roll along with who actually identify as the true Israelites.
I got some.
All right, you go ahead with that. All right, because contrary to popular belief, those hook noses down in our land, which is with the land of Canaan, which is we know as the land of Israel, which is our home base, our headquarters. That is inhabited by those Amalekites, all right, Amalekites, man. And we know through prophecy that they're the chief house of Edom. They come from that stock. All right, now you guys, you so-called white people here in America, you Joe Six-Pack crackers, all right, you Budweiser sipping, hot dog eating, going to the Ohio State University football game. Y'all are the same people as those Amalekites, but the Lord has given them a bigger portion. All right, He's giving y'all 9 to 5s. He's giving y'all 5 to 8s. He's giving y'all middle class. He's giving the Amalekites the chief house of Edom, cities, states, countries, the majority. All right, you go ahead.
Real quick.
You can start at Deuteronomy 28. You can jump around. No precepts with it. Articles all day long.
But through the Spirit, like the brother said, just various scriptures identify who the people are. And Daniel, the 9th chapter, is a good chapter to go into to identify, and it speaks about the curses as well. So this is Daniel, the 9th chapter. I'm going to start at 3. It says, "And I set my face unto Yahweh God to seek by prayer and supplications with fasting and sackcloth and ashes. And I prayed unto Yahweh my God and made my confession and said, O Lord, and great and dreadful God, keeping the commandment and mercy to them that love him, and to them that keep his commandments. We have sinned and have committed iniquity and have done wickedly and have rebelled, even by departing from thy precepts and from thy judgments." Right, like you said, we have sinned and have departed from thy precepts. See? And in that, a curse has fell upon us.
Yep.
It's like, "Neither have we hearkened unto thy servants the prophets, which spake in thy name to our kings, our princes, and our fathers, and to all the people of the land." It's like, you keep reading up.
Where you at?
Got it. Hey, Salakia too, by the way.
9 and 5.
Yeah, Salakia, we under like I said, we're under the curses. All right, like I said, you brothers got some ailments, man. Esau is doing some shit he's conjuring some stuff up in the air. We all know that, all right? We know that. That's why we have to take extra measures to keep ourselves intact so we can continue to do the work, the Lord's work. Now, the brother pulled out the POD. I want you to pull that POD out as well. Isaiah 24th chapter as well, somewhere around about, because we get the famine of the word, because we ain't going to be out here too much longer. Esau, he's combating us, man. He's against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai and what he has going on. That's why brothers got the cough, got the mucus, all right? Brothers, we could combat that all day long, but Esau, he has shit that could fuck us up, man. That's why what we have is faith, all right? Faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai, all right?
Yeah, if you can just read it real quick,
Yeah.
I'll just break it down and take it forward.
Yeah, you need a water out?
Daniel 9, Daniel 9, start at 7. Right, because just backing up the brother, you know, like you said, it's a good chapter to dive into that helps us identify who we are, and it taps into the curses as well, what has happened and transpired since those curses were placed upon us, man.
Yeah.
What you got it? So Ezekiel 9, Daniel 9, Salaki, in verse 7, it says, O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day to the men of Judah. Right, so we established that this is a prayer that Daniel was sending up to the Heavenly Father. And, you know, pretty much, start at 6 one more time. So Daniel 9, verse 6, it says, Neither have we hearkened unto the servants, the prophets, which spake in thy name to our kings. Right, so Jake was disobedient. All right? And this is the product of Jake's disobedience.
Yep.
And like I said, the product of Jake's disobedience is a good reason or a good way to identify who the true biblical Israelites are. Because it's going to tell you the state that we entered in. You got to go. It says, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and unto Salaki. It says, our princes and our fathers and to all the people of the land, O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces. Right, confusion of faces, which, you know, that could be manifold in the sense of, you know, our appearance, but ultimately confusion of face goes into us being shamed.
Yeah, it's shame. Yeah, naked.
Yeah, you got it. It says, as at this day to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
That's the two nations, man. Yeah. Northern, southern tribes.
It says, and unto all Israel that are near and that are afar off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, because of their trespass that they have trespassed against thee. Right, like the brother may mention, we scattered, you know, scattered into all nations. That's a big way to identify who we are as well. Because you got men like you may mention the Moab and Ammon, you know, niggas like the Jabberwockies, and you know what I'm saying, all these hip hop, you know, Chinese men, and you know, they make good jazz music, even good R&B music. You know, the elders send me some of that shit. You know, that good R&B music. You know, a lot of them go back to Israel, man. You know, a lot of them men, you know, who was in the Vietnam War was sleeping
Cambodia,
with
Laos.
Oh yeah, them Laos, them buildings.
Yeah, Laos, those are niggas.
A lot of niggas. I used to work with like a lot of warehouses and shit. A lot of them niggas up there. They act just like Drake.
Yep.
Drinking Hennessy, talking shit.
Yep.
You know, of course, not all of them is Jake, but you know, you see it, you can tell their spirit. You know?
That's why we say. That's why I always use the word predominantly. All right, mostly. All right. Like I said, you can have somebody that got a little flavor. I think you kind of weed them out, man, because they're not the Israelites. That's why we can tell who the true Israelites. Just look at them. Look at their countenance. Like we went in the class. The countenance Esau, he's contrary to all the scriptures. The Lord tell you to pray as a man, as an Israelite man, pray without your head covered. These niggas rocking yarmulkes. And you know how disrespectful it is. It's not like they wearing a ball cap, which we wear ball caps, but they cover the crown, specifically the crown of the head, which the Lord told you not to cover. So they going crazy, you know? So they're not the people just off one thing, being the epidemic of momoism, pedophilia, like barium oxides in your in the air, what they doing to the trees came and bust a nut off, man. The trees can't even bust. My man Elder Maholoya went into that. They set up, they killed off a lot of the female trees, and they grouped around a lot of male trees. That's why the forests and things aren't flourishing. They're not cohesive because everything's off balance. You need the female and the male to create something to give life. You put a bunch of men in one room, so to speak, it's not gonna give off so-called life, man.
Prison.
It's imprisonment, yeah.
Niggas turn to homos and stuff.
Yeah, they start slouching their pants and shit, man. They start killing them. The trees are killing themselves, literally, man. You can't. You got anything?
Did you want more in there, Daniel?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's going to go into a further. It's going to jump right into the curses. It's Daniel 9 and verse 8. It says, "O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. To the Lord our power belong mercies and forgivenesses, though we have rebelled against him." Keep going. It says, "Neither have we obeyed the voice of Yahweh our power to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants the prophets."
Right. So neither have we walked in the ways of Yahweh Shai. See? Or the ways that the Heavenly Father has set up. Alright? You got it, bro.
Verse 11, it says, "Yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that it might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the
Yeah, like you said that. You said now for that the curse is poured upon us, the oath that is written in the law of Moses. Alright? Because what the scripture say? That these curses shall be as a sign.
Yeah.
Real quick if I can find that. I think it's like Deuteronomy 28 and like.
Should be within the first.
But continue on.
finishing off the verse, it says, "The servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him, and he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us."
Right, so he confirmed the words that he spake against us. Like he said, going into the person.
It's, Deuteronomy 28:46, and they shall be, well, I'm starting at 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
See, so they shall be upon thee as a sign. So just going back into the brother's point, like he said, this is how we identify who are the true biblical Israelites today, man.
Yeah.
Via the curses. See? Can you read that last verse of Daniel that you just read one more time?
Yeah. Daniel 9 verse 11, it says, "Yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us,
Yep.
and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High."
Right, the curse is poured upon us, the oath that is written. Alright? Yep.
It says, "Because we have sinned against him."
Yep, because we have sinned against him. See? So all these things have come upon who? In this modern day, the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American man.
Right.
We fit the bill, all right? We fit the oath. We fit the contract, all right?
We fit the
The
description.
description, all right, that was written concerning who the true biblical Israelites should be and what they will be going through in these times.
Yeah. More prevalent the end times. Like we was going into the past few days, just off of just prophecy, man, you can link up anything. I could just spit out a word or an example. Hell, the George Floyd case, that's all bullshit, but I don't see a Elamite getting his airwaves getting constricted, getting a knee taken to a nigga's neck. No, I see that Jake. I see the so-called black woman, the nigger woman. She's all fat, out of shape. She's disrespectful. She don't know who's in order. the so-called white women that don't have issues with the so-called white man. It's always our women. Our women are loud, they're abrasive, they're extremely disrespectful to who the men that was taken down by the so-called white man.
Come on, bro, to this convenience store.
Yeah, come.
Hey, now, real quick, that's the spirit that you spoke on. Speak on that. Just the contrast between the white woman and the black woman.
Daughters of Israel are haughty.
Because I was watching a video
Isaiah.
earlier, and there was a white woman, and then there were two black women. And the interviewer asked him, he said, should your man be able to tell you what to wear?
Oh, Myron Gaines and that Benjamin.
Yep. And the white woman was like, yeah, you know, he should be able to tell you what to wear. And then both the black women all extra loud, like, no, my man ain't telling me what to wear.
Yeah.
You know, and it just shows the level of pride and the level of disrespect that our women have for us as opposed to other nations. You see, and it just goes to show you it's a great deal of disrespect. And that goes further into our curses, man. You know, our women will lose their respect for us, man. You see what you got?
They never had respect for us, man. All right, so let's go ahead and you can knock out Deuteronomy 28 at the top. And we're going to run through some precepts. If you brothers got any stories, anything you want, any articles, because we're going to jump into prophecy and why we are here to prove that you so-called white people that's in the land of Israel today aren't the true people. And come on, man. You can't, and they can't say anything about it. I'm not going to say, I hope somebody come up here with some type of sense and try to debunk it, because you can't. Because this is backed by Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. You can't do nothing about it. You just kicking the wall, man. And that wall is strong as shit. All right, go ahead, Op. Yeah, you can't get it. Yeah, you just gonna be tired, bro. Esau has ran his tally up, man. Because like they said, they spent trillions upon trillions of dollars throughout the years to hold this from you people, man. The greatest people on earth is on this sign right here. All right. Now we had the other one, the Table of Nations. We can turn that motherfucker around and show you who the covenant is not for, who is not the chosen. All right. And we can prove this all day until we turn blue, man. Until we get up off the corners through the spirit.
This Deuteronomy 28 at the top. It says, "And it shall come to pass, that thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe all his commandments which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth."
All right, and we can read what happened because, like I said, we failed the law, statutes, commandments, the first agreement, the first covenant. All right, when Moses sat on it and he received the law from the Heavenly Father. All right, and then he came back down. What was niggas doing? It was partying. They was partying and BSing, man. They forgot, they lost, and also another thing that shows you that we're the true Israelites. We procrastinate a lot. We only time when Jake really want to get busy is when something's on the line. All right, when everything's cool and hunky-dory, that's when niggas can fall back. Hell, even in this truth, to be honest with you, because we still go back to the curses. All right, Jake, Bill, you got a point?
Oh yeah, real quick. I just want to add a point. Like you said, when Moses came back down from the mount and going into Joshua and Caleb, right? We just talked about how they was faithful. You know, Joshua, he was waiting for Moses. I think at like the end of the mount, and then when Moses came down, Joshua, he said, "Well, damn, they fighting?" Or they thought it was in a war, but they, like you said, they was partying and shit. And that just show you too, Jake. When Jake having fun and talking shit, sometimes it sound like they actually fighting.
Oh yeah.
And you kind of see like, oh, they ain't fighting.
They just having fun. They merry hearted.
You know what I'm saying? But it just shows you though that Joshua, he was the faithful one. He was like, he was ready to defend his people. He was on point. But these niggas out here having fun, trying to force Aaron to make a golden calf. While Moses is getting the breakdown. He's seeing visions and seeing Genesis, the whole, you know what I mean? Niggas is bullshitting. That's why 2/3 of Israel just gotta die, man.
It has to.
And that's why the curses, we got all these curses. Cause Jake is just hard-headed. You see? But it's like,
and you said, like I said, you gotta be Stevie Wonder to see the curses, to not see the curses, man. Yo, they make AI videos on Jake, man, and those be the best ones, cause they all hit hard. The black woman with the bonnet, the nigga with the Hellcat, the YN crash outs, the KFC chicken joint, the Popeyes chicken sandwich. They can't pay their bills, EBT, Section 8. It all correlates, man. And those are all curses, you know? Now you can continue, because we can jump around Deuteronomy 28. That's pretty much the premise, all right? Because you gotta identify, we know what's popping, man. All right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans don't know what's popping. We do. And it's all through the scriptures, man. Keep going, bro. You got something?
I'll get it here in a second.
All right.
Let me continue on this Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah, just, and we can jump from there, and we can jump to 15, and we can start getting the curses. And then we can just push from there.
Right, so pretty much, I'll just do it.
Yeah, just do a quick summary.
So the 28th chapter, starting at the top, going to probably verse 15, it's just pretty much you will understand, hey, if you do right, if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you'll be blessed, you'll be exalted, you'll have what you need. But, of course, us being a rebellious house, that's what I wanted to get. Us being a rebellious group of people, yep, you know, we didn't hearken and follow the law, statutes, and commandments which were given unto us, all right? So what will happen to us? So now I'm going to jump to verse 15.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 15, it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
You guys been overtaken, man. All right, the Lord has allowed the so-called white man to overtake thee, to overtake your household, to overtake the husband of the house, the head of the house.
To overtake your minds, man.
Minds, there it is, to take away your inheritance. The Lord took, and this is the last go around too. Yahweh Shabbat Shai, he's not playing games. I'm not saying he lost patience. At some point, something has to give. All right, it has to give, because I cannot live through the Spirit and our Spirit. And I can attest for all brothers, man. Brothers that have been in this thing 40 plus years, 30, 20, hell, a minute, a second. Bro, Jay can run out of patience a little bit, but you keep the integrity, all right? Because we know at the end of the day, it's not on our time. It's on the Heavenly Father's time. So we have to endure as much as we can. And man, we might still get butthurt because the nigga ain't get judged, but that ain't up for you to decide anyway. It tells you that in the Apocrypha, man. Don't worry about how that nigga gonna get judged, man. That nigga gonna get judged, man. All right, all the shit the scoffers talk, that we wear dresses, we're bums. We like to, take on shorties that's 12 and under or what have you. We can debunk all that, by the way, too, through what the scriptures. But y'all niggas lost that. Y'all lost that whole the whole game plan, the whole breakdown of what the Heavenly Father tried to do for us, man. That's why you niggas in the hood, you broke, your benefits are crumbling. So they said 2 million people has lost their SNAP benefits, man. That's 2 million of you Israelites, chiefly. And there's no war against you blacks and Hispanics, man. They got ICE, man. They got ICE getting geared up, man. They going to a major city, Chicago. I think within a week from Friday. They already had DC on lock, so to speak. I had a vision on DC, some wild ass shit that last night. But anyways, yeah, they locking shit down, man. And Trump is not playing games, which we're gonna talk about DJ Trump and what he got going on. Oh, you?
No, if I go ahead, I got this.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. Yeah, see, we're gonna talk about what's going on and how these curses is falling overtaking us, man. All right, DJ Trump is not playing games no more, man. All right, he's tired of seeing niggas run amok. He's tired of seeing niggas destroy their so-called cities, man. DC, New York, man, Manhattan. Tired of seeing niggas up in Bexley and Upper Arlington, man. They're trying to get a stronghold back, man. That's why, through the Spirit, Esau has changed his Department of Defense to back to the Department of War.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
I got that article too.
I see. That's what I want to talk about.
But just real quick, I'm just gonna read the headline. It says, "I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War."
Yeah.
Yeah. So they hey, good for them niggas. I hate them fucking niggas.
Yeah,
in Chicago.
I don't like niggas, man. I don't care for niggas, man. And it's good for them niggas, man. Because All them niggas do sit on old block with shiesties on, man. Trying to see the next lick. That's all the nigga wake up to. Oh, nigga wake up to violence. You know, he don't think nobody, he probably think his mama. That's all the nigga care about is his mama. That's why all these niggas are so emotional. They headstrong for their mama. So guess what? The nigga gonna do 25 to a life for his mama. Somebody said your mama is a hoe. Well, guess what? Your mom is a hoe. She had more than one woman. Excuse me, more than one man.
She probably had a woman too.
She probably had a woman too. The dykes, yeah. So he wasn't wrong, you know, for saying that.
I don't know where Jake got in the spirit,
Yeah,
but just pretty much, we in a situation where, you know, we the tail. So going back to the Christians, this is Deuteronomy 28:43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, right? And we see that now. That's another indicator that we're under the curses. That, you know, to identify who the Israelites are. The strangers have been exalted over us. They're very high above us, man. It says, and thou shalt come down very low. Who's the lowest of the lowest people on the planet Earth, man? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're the most downtrodden. And then if you go deeper into that Daniel the 9th chapter, it goes into how hasn't nothing been done that has been done unto the nation of Israel, man. We have been done the worst. Who has been done worse than the so-called black, Latino, and Native American man? The Trail of Tears, transatlantic slave trade, all right? Issachar dealing with the conquistadors, etc., man. See?
Ooh, that's a great correlation point too. Hey, remember Friday when we had our sit down, and it was talking about double speak. The same thing happened. There's no new thing under the sun that tells you in Ecclesiastes how they did the trail, not the Trail of Tears. Prior to that, I forgot because I had it written down. I had to make a point. They did the same. Oh, when we talk about Alexander the Great and his war tactics. All right, and it's the same thing during the hundreds of years. Yeah, no. Alexander the Great, about his war tactics. We were talking about the war tactics, how they go from the rear of the formation to take the weak, the slow, and the old. They did the same thing during the Trail of Tears. The same thing, the same playbook. What happened? They forced all the so-called Gadites to move that. Yeah. Let me continue prophesying, all right? That's what's important anyway. All right, you know what I mean? They did the same thing. All right, it's nothing new under the sun. All right, they took they forced all the Gadites to move towards west. All right. Hey yo, where we gotta go, man? Yeah, they fucked the whole situation up, man. Yeah, they put the old to death. If they can't walk, fuck them. All right, they took the kids, fuck them. Only the strong survived, so to speak, during the Trail of Tears, and that was one of the tactics, man. Salakia, you know. But that's why these distractions right here, it's gonna be a thing of the past when these 15-minute cities get locked down. All right, there's not gonna be no more little tights and Lulumelon or Coco Melon bird. I don't know, you know, no more Lulumelon and shit. Women gonna be wearing sweaters, man. They're gonna be off the streets. Anybody got precepts?
Yeah, I got some more in this Deuteronomy.
Yeah, man, that was crazy.
Deuteronomy 28:44. I'm sorry, 43 again. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. See? So that's what has happened. The nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you know, because when you read up prior to this, it says if we keep the commandments, etc., that we will be the head and they will be the tail. And see, now the roles are reversed. And they're the head and we're the tail. See? And you, like, come on, bro. It's like, look at the fucking world. Who's the head and who's the tail concerning, you know, men, all right? The nations on the planet. The so-called black man is like the lowest of the lowest man right now.
Yeah. And they're the most mightiest men.
Right, with the Indian and the Native American Indian, Seminole Indian, and the Latino Latino men, you know, right in that same category. You see, Jake, we're the lowest of the lowest people. And who's the head now? The basis of really the lowest of the lowest man is the head of all nations right now, the so-called Edomite.
Yeah.
You see? So the scriptures speak, man.
Let me take you forward real quick. Hold that.
You got something?
That's a good point, real quick. Like when he says they're going to lend unto us and we're not going to borrow.
Yeah, that too.
Right. Yeah, I always brought that out part of the book a few times, but there's an article that said so-called Black Americans is like 200 years behind the so-called white men as far as money.
Yeah.
And then guess what they mentioned next? The so-called Latino, because they always put us together. Why is that? Because we're the same people.
What about the Shemek 19?
Right. Yep.
Fauci said, in that order, we got to be listening to somebody.
Black
Latinos, and Native Americans.
Literally how we say it.
Literally.
I got so,
And it's going to tie in with that. Yep. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 10, I'm going to start at verse 6. I'm reading NLT. It says, when they give great authority to foolish people in low positions.
Hey, who's that, man? Who's that talking to? Look at your cities, man. Look how everything's ran. Look at the structure of this place. The money system. The money's not backed by nothing. All right. Look at the morality of this place, the integrity. All right. The covetousness of how Esau, he's I have to say it again. It's completely contrary of the scriptures of what righteousness is. That's why you got faggots walking around. I mean, we're gonna have to say how it is, man. That's why you got women holding each other's hand with purple hair.
Right.
This look like a Grand Theft Auto or a Saints Row video game every day.
Right, like you know the first scene in Saints Row when you break out of jail.
Yeah.
And then he gotta get constructive surgery and shit on his face. You can make the nigga hairline green.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bugged out. Yeah.
Tattoos, ear piercings, nose piercings.
Etc. You go ahead.
I'm going to start up,
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 5. And then it says, there is another evil I have seen under the sun. Kings and rulers make a grave mistake when they give great authority to foolish people in low positions to people of proven worth.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen servants riding horse back like princes and princes walking like servants.
And all a nigga really gotta do is just open up a book, all right? Do a little research, take about a few minutes out your time and actually look at that photo. That photo is extremely symbolic. Now, if you guys don't know what the photo is talking about, it's talking about the photo when Teddy Roosevelt, he was on a horse. And we all know who Teddy Roosevelt is. He's one of the presidents. I forget the number or name, when he was in office, I believe. I don't fucking know. 40s to 60s. Between that time, maybe. I could be way off.
Hold on, you said who?
Teddy Roosevelt. I believe that's Teddy Roosevelt, correct? That was sitting on a horse.
Yes.
The iconic joint.
1800s.
You think so?
Teddy, or you think about the Theodore Roosevelt?
Theodore.
Same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. It's like
Teddy.
1800. Or it was like,
Nah, we got to fact check that. Slocky.
well, he was born in the 1800s.
Yeah, he wasn't president till.
He died in 1919.
Oh, so okay, so damn, so that was okay. It's like what? It's like I said, all right, brain slipping. Anyways, back at it. That image, all right, with Gad on the side of Esau, and then you got Judah, which represents both nations, both the southern and northern tribes, being in the lowest state against who? The so-called white man, the Edomites, which he sat on what? The horse. Hey, Yatazak, what does the horse represent in the scriptures? Yeah, horse, if you think about horsepower and
Chariot, no.
your might, your strength, all right? Your military might, so to speak.
Power.
Your power, yeah. See? Yeah, that's what it is, and Esau was on the top of it. Now, if a nigga just open up a book and look at...
The statue was made 1939.
Okay, that's why I kind of was... Because, all right, so it was after that. That's why I was kind of thinking, all right, kind of the water. All right, let me clean that up a bit, all right? But yeah, you read that again?
Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 6, it says...
Hey, call it out what you got it from. Because this is new book.
Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 6 in the NLT, it says, when they give great authority to foolish people and low positions to people of proven worth. I have seen servants riding horseback like princes, and princes walking like servants.
Yeah. Oh, you say you want to make a point?
Yeah, I got a precept too, and I got a picture. Just to,
That's the spirit.
you got it too?
Yeah, come.
Oh, you got that one. I got the one in Columbus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, want to show the.
Hey, there's nothing new under the sun.
That's like downtown. I forgot what. It's like
Oh
might be close
shit!
to
I've
the,
never seen that before. Oh, that's probably one of them. This downtown.
Was you there when I took that picture?
What?
With the Gadite.
On
kneeling
the
and shit?
on the building?
Yeah.
Yeah, me, you, and the ex-head.
Yeah. What was that? What was this building? I forgot. It was by the river.
Damn.
I want to say the courthouse, maybe.
That's
It was
probably
close
the
to
cross is right there. They got a lot of statues down there.
Yeah, God, damn.
Got
Damn, you still
Gad
got
kneeling.
that picture?
Hell yeah. See, look at him. Through.
That shit should piss you off, man. And you say you got precepts of Quan?
Yeah, I got.
That should piss you the fuck off, man. You seen a Gadite?
Yeah, that's here in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, I remember the day we took them.
Yeah.
We was on our documentary.
Yeah. Candid camera.
And
Hey,
I'm off.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I remember too, because I brought this out again before, but I remember when me and the Cleveland brothers, we visited a museum in somewhere in Ohio. The name of the fucking city sounded like Gad. And I asked the people, what's the name of this shit? People couldn't even fucking pronounce it. It was like little crackers there and shit. But anyways, we went to a museum and they showed the coins, like the early coins of Ohio, and it had a picture of a nigga woman kneeling. You know what I'm saying? So Esau had that. Pictures and different things, monuments showing that we conquered Jake. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
Yeah, but Esau is so corny that he still named everything after us, Gadites. And where your family's primarily from, up our way.
It's the Supreme Court of
Chillicothe.
Ohio.
That's
Supreme Court of Ohio.
Yep. That's right. That was right there where we prophesied. Yep. Yeah, Chillicothe. You got damn, help me out. Ah, shit. There's so many names that, because this is pretty much.
Souda River.
Yeah, Ciota, the Seals Falls, and
Ohio.
North and South Dakotas, Ohio.
Ohio sounds like it.
Yeah, all that sounds Milwaukee. You know, all that is Gadland, man. Excuse me. All right, Jake just gotta pick up a fucking book, man. Like that should honestly piss you off, man. A Gadite kneeling to the so-called white man. All right, once we the ones that humbled
I just found this picture.
of like ancient type situation.
On Indian lands.
There it is. That's something all over here.
It's the longest.
Yeah, Shawnee. Yeah. Seneca, Cherokee, Miami. See, I wouldn't have thought about that. But that shows you Esau doesn't have a mind of his own. He just stole and kept everything, just like how a patent was made. Esau, he's the one that controlled the patent, so therefore his name is on it. But Jake created everything, man. All right, through the spirit. Anyways,
I got a piece of tip real quick. Stand back on that. Psalms 12. I'm gonna read in the A&P version. It says the wicked strut about and pompous self-importance or pride on every side.
you took anything from that, my man? I'm sorry, so like, did you take anything from this when you kind of nod your head up and down?
Always see this stuff like on YouTube and stuff.
What about in real life?
Yeah, I ain't this is the
First
first time.
time, huh? Gotcha.
I mean, I seen it on YouTube and stuff. Check the tribes and
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Fair enough. All right. Fair enough. You got any questions or anything? I see you got the goat joint on, huh?
oh no, this is hoodie.
I don't know. I'm fucking.
I don't want to be known as no goat. I'm just being the truth.
Fair enough.
I'm
I'm sorry.
pathetic.
Oh. Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Hey. Like,
I got one more verse. It says,
yeah, there you go.
as vileness is exalted and baseness is prized amongst the sons of men. Like you said, this part, greatest folly said great dignity. That's what you read, right?
I'm sorry.
You read folly great said great dignity.
No,
right?
it's in the same chapter.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Service upon horses.
Okay, kind of.
Service. Yeah.
Kinda.
Service.
right? But see, it still links because it says the wicked is proud, pretty much. And now while he's proud and he's ruling, now foulness and baseness. That's cause I remember a brother made him mention the word baseness. You know what I'm saying? This is the basest man in the world, and he's ruling over everybody. And that's why these people, the way they think, the way they act is baseness. Just like you were talking about these women and shit. You know what I mean? They dress half naked. They think they say that that's a form of power, but really that's a form of wickedness. Cause that's just a form of you just acting like an animal. You dress like, you know, you naked. You showing your shame to everybody. You know, these men, they proud. You know, I know the brother said it's just a jacket, whatever. But those people that say I'm the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? I'm the greatest of all time. You know what I mean? But no.
Every nigga thinks that.
Right, you see?
Main character syndrome.
Every nigga. Every rapper is the greatest rapper of all time. Good Lord.
I'm your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah,
Shut
yeah.
the fuck up, man. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Hey, I tell you one thing. Let this been about a couple years ago, it'd been something different. But you know, that shows you the growth, the built up of, you know, these brothers in this camp particularly. You know, we could have had a full-blown conversation. We just wasting our time, to be honest. You know, unless the Spirit allows it, you know. But he get that precept, and I have one real quick about